friends, welcome to the Mivan Technologies. In this video, I am here to explain how to connect, how to test and how to program Mivan Technologies single phase digital water level controller DSL to SR. This is Mivan Technologies heavy duty digital single phase water level controller that is suitable to any single phase motor. This water level controller is suitable to the push button type starter and contactor panel. It can connect with any single phase starter. Even you can connect a direct motor. I will show you in this video how you can connect with the different starter and how you can connect direct motor. This device provides high voltage and low voltage protection. It saves the motor from high and low voltage fluctuation. The motor will automatically trip if the voltage coming high or low from the preset value. It also provides electronic overload protection. It protects the motor from burning due to overload. It has a current based dry run protection. If motor runs without water, then it takes a lower ampere than its load ampere. This device stops the motor in dry run condition and protects from burning. In this device, on delay timer, off delay timer, cyclic timer and dry run reset timers are provided. This model automatically switches on and off the motor. This model comes with the 6 numbers of the sensors. You need to put a 3 sensor in overhead tank and 3 sensor in an underground tank. If you do not have an underground tank, then you need to short the C, UL and UH terminal together. Then only this device will work. You need to short this terminal together if you do not have an underground tank, and just put the rest of 3 sensors in the overhead tank. When the water level of the overhead tank becomes low, means water get down from the middle sensor and water is present in the underground tank or sump, the motor gets start automatically. The tank start filling up. When the water level reaches to the higher level, the motor automatically get switched off. Auto off when the tank is full or sump is empty. Auto and manual mode switch is available. In auto mode, it will work accordingly water level in the tank. In manual mode, user can start and stop the motor by pressing the start and stop button of the controller. No additional wiring is required to operate the motor manually. Sensor fault detection provided. If sensor got failed, the LED start blinking. The link has been provided to buy our products and product parts. You are welcome to purchase them directly from our website. In all over the world, we have gained the trust of 1 million plus customers. Additionally, our products are exported to more than 22 countries on a regular basis. Now I'll show you how to connect the device. Here is the input terminal. These are the output terminals. This is the on-off switch. This is a programming key. These are a start and stop button to start and stop the motor in a manual mode. This is auto and manual switch. This upper display will show the voltage. This display will show the ampere. These are underground tank level indication. These are overhead tank level indication. This is a voltage indication. This one is an ampere indication. If the unit in auto mode, then auto mode indications are there. And if the motor will start, you can see the on indication. These are the sensors terminal. These 3 terminal for the underground tank and these 3 terminal for the overhead tank. Now I'll connect a 230 volt supply at input terminal, and apart from sensors I will connect a 6 piece of small wire at the sensor terminal for the testing purpose. I have connected a 230 supply at input terminal P and N, connected a 6 pieces of small wire at a sensor terminal C, UL, UH and OL, OH, connected a 2 wire at output terminal P and N, these 2 wire, and connected more 2 wire at C1 and C2 terminal. If you have a 2 wire motor, then you need to connect that 2 wire of motor at output terminal P and N, and you don't need to connect the C1 and C2 terminal. But if you have this type of the panel that having the start push button and stop push button, then how you have to connect this and this wire, I'll show you. First, output of this panel P and N, you need to connect at input of this starter. You have to connect this P and N at P and N, also called L and N of the panel, and this panel having the supply through this water controller. Okay, where to connect this C1 and C2 wire? Where to connect this C1 and C2 wire? Just open the panel. In most of the panel, this is a start button. You can see there are 4 terminals behind the start buttons. So out of these 4 terminals, you need to find the capacitor 2 wire. The 2 wire of the capacitor, you need to find it first. Here you can see this and this wire coming from the capacitor's terminal. So these 2 wire we need to connect across the capacitor wire at back side of the start button. So if you found those 2 terminals, you need to connect. You can either connect the C1 here, either connected C2 here, or this. You can both the wire. Any of the wire connect here and here, because this one is a C1 and C2 terminals. The rest of the 2 terminals, you need to short it together by a small wire. You need to short this like this. One is here and like this. You need to short it. Now I have connected this wire phase and neutral at the line and neutral of this panel. This C1 and C2 wire connected across the start button where the capacitor wire are coming, and shorted the rest of 2 terminal of the start button. Now switch on the power. Here is on off switch. You can off and on the power from here. Okay. At the output of this panel at R and B terminal, I have connected a bulb. Now I'll show you how to test the device. To test the device, first put the device in a manual mode. Press this start button. The bulb should start. If the bulb will not start, means this 2 wire of C1 and C2 you have not connected to the proper terminal of the start button. If panel will not power up, means the output of this phase and neutral not properly connected with the input of this panel. Press this stop button, the motor should stop, also the panel should stop. If it is work, then unit is working fine in a manual mode. Now let's test the device in a auto mode. To test the device in a auto mode, first put the device in a auto mode. Here you can see sensors terminal. First, short the C and UL terminal together. When you short the C and UL terminal, you can see the UL indications and the pump remains off and the bulb also remains off. Now short C, UL and UH terminals together. When you short C, UL and UH terminal in auto mode, you can see UL and UH indications. Also the panel will start and the bulb will start. Now short this C terminal to the OL terminal. When you short this C to OL, you can see the OL indication and panel remains on. Now short C, OL and OH terminal. Basically all the terminals get shorted together. These are the common terminal for both terminals. So when you short all these terminal, the panel should stop and you can see the OL and OH indications. If it is work, then unit is fine working in a auto mode. Now I'll show you how to program the device. First I'll show you how to set the overload current value. To set the overload current value, press the set button. Here you can see the overload value. You can adjust the overload value by up and down key. Generally the overload current value will be a 25% higher from the load value. Press the set button and store the value. Now the overload current has been set. Now I will show you how to set the dry running current. To set the dry running current, first you need to enable the dry run current setting from the password. Press the set button for 5 seconds. You will be asked for the password. Enter the password 70. Press the set button. Press the set button. Press the set button. Press the set button. Here you can see a dry enable and disable option. By pressing the up and down key, you can enable and disable the dry current. Now it is enable. Press the set button. Press the set button. Press the set button. Press the set button and comes to the main menu. In the main menu, press the set button. You can see a overload. Again press the set button. Here you can see a dry option. By pressing up and down key, you can set the dry current value. Generally the dry current value will be a 25% lower than the load value. Press the set button and you can store the value. Now I'll show you how to set the dry run reset time. To set the dry run reset time, first we need to enable the dry run reset timing option from the password 70. Press the set button for the 5 seconds. Go to the password 70. Press the set button. 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 Here is a dry run reset timing. Currently it is disabled. Press the red button. Press the up key and make it enable. Press the set button. Press the set button. Press the set button. Press the set button and comes to the main menu. Now press the set button. OL comes. Press the set button. Dry running current comes. Press the set button. Here you can see a dry run reset timing. You can adjust the dry run reset time by up and down key. Now what is this dry run reset time? Once the motor trips in a dry run, then after how much time it should start again to check whether it is dry or not. That time is known as a dry run reset time. You can adjust this time in a minute. Press the set button and to store the value, press the set button, cyclic timer comes, and press the set button, the value has been stored in the program. Now I'll show you how to enable the cyclic timer and how to set the cyclic timer. To enable the cyclic timer, press the set button for the 5 seconds. Go to the password 30. Press the set button. Again press the set button. Here you can see a mode option. In this mode option, you need to connect a cyclic option, CYT mode. Press the set button, press the set button, press the set button, and comes to the main menu. Now in the main menu, press the set button, you can see overload. Press the set button, you can see a dry. Press the set button, here you can see a cyclic on timing. You can set the cyclic on timing by up and down key. This timer it is in a minute. Press the set button, here is a cyclic off timer. You can adjust it in the minute. Press the set button and store the value. This cyclic mode will work in a manual mode. If you want a cyclic mode with water level controller in auto mode, then you need to select a CYW mode. To select the CYW mode, press the set button for 5 seconds. Go to password 30. Press the set button, press the set button. Here in mode, you have to select CYW mode and press the set button, press the set button, press the set button to store the value. If you select CYW mode, then in auto mode, the cyclic timer work with water level controller. So the water level controlling function will work in cyclic on time mode only. In cyclic off time mode, the water level controller function will not work. For example, if you have set a cyclic CYCW mode on time as a 5 minute, then water level controller function will work in this 5 minute only. And if you have set the cyclic off timing, CYW off timing as a 10 minute, then water level controller function will not work in this 10 minute. Press the set button to store the value. Now I'll show you how to set and how to enable on delay time. Press the set button for 5 seconds. Go to password 30. Press the set button. Here you can see a auto timer, auto on delay timer. You can enable and disable by up and down key. Make it enable. Press the set button, press the set button, press the set button, press the set button, comes to the main menu. Press the set button, press the set button. In main menu, press the set button. At last, you can see the auto timing adjust function. This is the on delay timer, and in a second, you can adjust by up and down key in a second. If you have set the 10 second, means once the upper tank get empty and lower tank get full, the motor will start after 10 seconds. Now I'll show you how to adjust high voltage and low voltage limits and how to enable and disable the high voltage and low voltage protection. Press the set button for 5 seconds. Go to password 90. Press the set button. Here is a high voltage option comes. Make it enable. Press the set button. Here you can adjust the high voltage limit. This is the high voltage cutoff limit. You can adjust it by up and down key. Press the set button. The low voltage comes. By up and down key you can enable and disable the low voltage. Just enable the low voltage setting, press the set button. Here you can adjust the low voltage cutoff limit. You can adjust it by the up and down key. Press the set button, the value has been stored. Press the set button and comes to the main menu. Now I'll show you how to set the dry run and overload current automatically. To set the dry run and overload automatically, put the device in a manual first, then press the start button and keep the motor running when the ampere gets stable. Once the ampere gets stable, press the green button for the 5 seconds. The OL set message. When you see the OL set message, the overload current and dry current has been set 25% up and 25% down automatically. In case if you have set any wrong parameter, press the stop button for 5 seconds and do the factory reset. You can see the factory reset message also. Now all the parameters set as per the factory default. Thank you for watching the video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you have any doubt about wiring, testing or installation, drop your question in the comment box. I'll be happy to help you out. See you in the next video.